The WNBA finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with a controversy that has ignited passionate debate among fans and pundits alike. At the heart of this storm lies a seemingly straightforward decision: the relocation of 2 games between the Indiana Fever and the Washington Mystics from the 20,000-plus capacity Capital One Arena to the significantly smaller CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore. The Capital One Arena, home to the Washington Wizards, has been the stage for some of the WNBA's most electrifying moments in recent years. The energy was palpable, the crowds electric, and the atmosphere a testament to the growing popularity of women's basketball. Fast forward to 2025, and the narrative has taken a perplexing turn. The decision to move 2 high-profile games to a smaller venue has left fans baffled and frustrated. The CFG Bank Arena, while a respectable venue, simply cannot replicate the scale and grandeur of the Capital One Arena. The backlash to the venue change was swift and unrelenting. Fans, many of whom had eagerly anticipated the opportunity to witness their favorite players grace the court at the Capital One Arena, were left feeling disappointed and disillusioned. Social media platforms became breeding grounds for speculation, with fans questioning the rationale behind the move and demanding answers from the league and the Washington Mystics organization. Adding fuel to the fire were whispers about potential ulterior motives. Some fans pointed fingers at Mystics owner Sheila Johnson, alleging that the decision to move the games was a calculated attempt to downplay the Caitlin Clark effect. Clark, the Indiana Fever's star player, had taken the league by storm in the previous season, smashing records and captivating audiences with her electrifying style of play. The speculation surrounding Johnson's intentions stemmed from her previous comments about the media's focus on individual players, particularly Clark. Whether or not these speculations hold any weight remains to be seen. The controversy surrounding the venue change is particularly jarring when juxtaposed against the backdrop of the WNBA's record-breaking success in 2024. The league, riding a wave of momentum fueled by a new generation of stars and a surge in fan interest, had witnessed unprecedented growth in attendance and viewership. The Indiana Fever, led by the phenomenal Caitlin Clark, played a pivotal role in this surge in popularity. Clark's dazzling skills and infectious enthusiasm captivated audiences across the country, drawing in legions of new fans who had never before paid attention to women's basketball. The Fever Mystics games in particular became must-see events, with fans clamoring for tickets and arenas bursting at the seams. The pinnacle of this remarkable season arrived on September 19, 2024, when the Fever and the Mystics faced off at the Capital One Arena. The game shattered the WNBA's all-time attendance record, with a staggering 20,711 fans packing the stands to witness history in the making. This record-breaking attendance was not an isolated incident, but rather a reflection of a broader trend. Amidst the uproar surrounding the venue change and the swirling speculation about her motives, Sheila Johnson, the influential owner of the Washington Mystics, has remained steadfast in her convictions. Johnson, a trailblazer in her own right as the first Black woman to hold an ownership stake in 3 professional sports franchises, has never been one to shy away from expressing her opinions, even when those opinions court controversy. At the heart of Johnson's stance lies a deep-seated belief in the importance of recognizing the WNBA as a collective entity, a league defined by the talent, dedication, and contributions of all its players, coaches, and staff. While acknowledging Caitlin Clark's undeniable talent and impact on the league, Johnson has consistently cautioned against placing undue emphasis on individual achievements, arguing that it undermines the spirit of teamwork and diminishes the contributions of other deserving players. Johnson's concerns about the media's tendency to focus on individual stars, particularly those who fit a certain mold, are not without merit. The WNBA, like many other professional sports leagues, has long grappled with issues of representation and the often subtle biases that influence media coverage. Her critics argue that her stance is misguided, that the WNBA should capitalize on the star power of players like Caitlin Clark to further boost the league's popularity. At the epicenter of this maelstrom of debate stands Caitlin Clark, the prodigious point guard for the Indiana Fever, whose meteoric rise to stardom has both captivated and polarized the WNBA. Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent, burst onto the scene with a ferocity and flair that shattered records, defied expectations, and left audiences in awe of her abilities. Her impact on the league was immediate and undeniable. In her rookie season, she rewrote the WNBA record books, racking up points, assists, and accolades at a pace never before witnessed. She became the face of the league, her jersey a top seller, her highlights splashed across social media, her name on the lips of every basketball fan. Off the court, Clark has proven to be an equally compelling figure. She has used her platform to speak out on issues close to her heart, advocating for gender equality, social justice, and the empowerment of young girls. Her authenticity, her willingness to use her voice, and her genuine passion for the game have made her a role model for a generation. However, Clark's meteoric rise has not been without its detractors. The color of recognition unpacking biases in media coverage. The controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark and the venue change has brought to the fore a long-simmering issue within the WNBA, the role of race and representation in media coverage. While the league has made significant strides in promoting diversity and inclusion, subtle biases persist in the way players are portrayed and the narratives that are amplified. The WNBA, with its predominantly black roster, stands in stark contrast to the demographics of many other professional sports leagues, yet media coverage often skews towards highlighting players who fit a certain mold, those with marketable personalities, compelling backstories, and often a lighter skin tone. This bias, whether conscious or unconscious, perpetuates a system where certain players are deemed more worthy of attention and accolades than others. Sheila Johnson has been vocal about these disparities, suggesting that Caitlin Clark's whiteness has played a role in the overwhelming media attention she has received. This disparity in media coverage has real-world consequences. The uncomfortable conversation race, recognition, and the WNBA. The WNBA, a league founded on principles of empowerment and equality, now finds itself embroiled in an uncomfortable conversation about race, recognition, and the subtle ways in which bias can permeate even the most well-intentioned spaces. The controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark and the venue change has exposed the raw nerves of a league grappling with its own complexities. For years, black players in the WNBA have quietly endured the disparities in media coverage, the subtle slights, and the feeling of being overlooked. The league, while celebrating its diversity, has often shied away from directly addressing the systemic issues that perpetuate these inequalities. The WNBA, with its platform and its influence, has a responsibility to be a leader in the fight for racial justice, both within its own ranks and in society at large. This requires honest conversations, uncomfortable truths, and a willingness to dismantle the systems that perpetuate inequality. The WNBA has the power to be a catalyst for change, but it requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to confront difficult truths. A league on the rise navigating growing pains. Despite the controversies and challenges, it is crucial to remember that the WNBA is a league on the rise. Its popularity is soaring, its talent pool is deeper than ever, and its cultural influence is undeniable. The league has become a powerful force for social change, using its platform to advocate for gender equality, LGBTQ+ rights, and racial justice. The controversies that have emerged in recent years are, in many ways, a reflection of the league's growing pains. As the WNBA gains more visibility and attracts a wider fan base, it is inevitable that it will face greater scrutiny and grapple with more complex issues. The key is to view these challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. The future of the WNBA, a crossroads of hope and uncertainty. As the dust settles on the latest controversy, the WNBA stands at a crossroads. The path ahead is uncertain, fraught with challenges and opportunities in equal measure. The decisions made in the coming months and years will shape the future of the league and determine whether it can live up to its potential as a beacon of hope and empowerment. The league must decide how it will navigate the complexities of individual stardom and collective achievement in an era where media attention is often laser-focused on a select few. It must confront the uncomfortable truths about race, representation, and bias, both within its own ranks and in society at large. The future of the league hangs in the balance, a tapestry woven from threads of hope, uncertainty, and the unwavering determination of those who believe in its power to change the world.